Hello guys, how are we all doing? Hope you're doing well. Welcome to another watch along on the channel. Today we've got a massive game in the Premier League, as you can see above me. Newcastle United, the Magpies, taking on Leicester City at St James's Park. 8 o'clock kickoff on this Monday night. Hopefully you're all having a fantastic Monday. Let me know what you've been up to in the chat. 5 legends in you already. Fantastic support. Hopefully you'll enjoy the stream. If you do, please do drop a like and subscribe, as I mentioned in the live chat. And hopefully you're all doing well. Leicester City come into this fighting for their lives. They need a win and a draw to overtake Leicester's points tally. However, Leeds are in the middle of them two clubs at the moment in the Premier League. So it would be very interesting both tonight and next Sunday to see this Sunday, to see what happens in the Premier League. It's all heating up at the business end of the season. Welcome everyone into the chat. We've got Gamer H, we've got Charlie Brown, Vamos, Lurkwan's in here as well. Welcome all for this massive game. Newcastle 3-0 tonight, says Vamos. Massive scoreline for them. I think tonight they can confirm Champions League football, but I'm pretty sure they already did that. Might be wrong, no idea. We say it up. I know, Tariwo Awinawi, however you say it. Oh, I've just made a mockery of myself there. The absolute magician for Forest staying up. Some interesting games coming up, and important games in the football world this weekend. The playoffs, 27th to 29th. I'm planning on doing the Championship one and the League One playoff finals. Oh, the stream's already glitching. That's not great, is it? Not a great start. But as I say, yeah, get your thoughts on the game in the comments. We'll be having a bit more of a in-depth look at it before kick-off. And yeah, up the Newcastle, says a lurk on for tonight. Brendan Rodgers coming back, yay or nay? I'd love it to happen. However, don't think it will, unfortunately. But I've seen Only Swans on Twitter saying who they think should be the next manager. I like the look of Francesco Fraroli, however you say his name, and Mudcat or something, I don't know. Send Leicester down. Yeah, Bet365 9-1 for a 3-0 win for the Toons tonight. For me, in my prediction video, I of course went for Leicester to upset the Toon with a 3-1 victory. I just think that Leicester tonight are going to give it everything. They need to give it everything. So, will it happen? Will it not? Not too sure. By the way, if any of you are watching the game, look how many flags are at St James's Park. What an atmosphere since the new owners have come in there at St James's Park. Absolutely incredible. The black and white flags with yellow in them as well, mixed in to create the Newcastle logo. That is incredible. You love to see it. As the teams are getting ready in the tunnel to come out onto the pitch, last chance for your score predictions. Gamer H has gone 2-0 to the Toon. Isaac 3, Wilson 3. six goals in that one then. Look on for you then. Part or allow drop return would be magical, but won't happen obviously. It would not, nah, unfortunately. Hopefully the chairman, yeah, well, he's not had a good start, is he? 2 weeks in, done nothing, put a random late night statement out, and he's bottled it with a new current manager, of course. Leicester 30 points from 36 games, minus 18 goal difference, which is important to point out here, because both Leeds and Everton above them have bigger goal differences, which is of course good for Leicester. So a win tonight sees Leicester climb above both Leeds and Everton on goal difference and out of the relegation zone. As for Newcastle, 36 games played, 69 points, plus 35 goal difference for them. Absolutely incredible season they are having this year. Kieran Trippier and Johnny Evans lined side by side in the tunnel. Forgot my words there. They will know what's on stake tonight This massive game, match week 37 in the Premier League. Charlie predicted 3-1, but to who, Charlie? But to who? Is that Newcastle? Teams are coming out now. Would you take Lampard? I 100% take Lampard at the Swans. For me, he's an underrated manager. Just rushes into jobs though. But you know, if you look back on his time at Derby, he's very, very well there, and he has an incredible pull. You know, to work under a manager like Frank Lampard, who of course had an incredible career. Yeah, be magical. Newcastle for Charlie for the win tonight then. Well, I think I'm the only one back in Leicester right now, aren't I? And the team's walking out. Let's turn this volume up. What a magical atmosphere this is. 7 years ago, Leicester champions. And of course, the season before that, they had a great escape before this title-winning season. If they survive this season, I'm heading straight to the Buckies in the summer and putting a bet on Leicester to win the league. It's gotta happen. Someone's got to realise that. Newcastle then, interesting lineup for them. Nick Pope in goal, as always. What a season for him, coming from Burnley. Trippier, Share, Botman and Burn at the back. Who would think? Who would have thought we would see Dan Burn in a Newcastle shirt after their takeover? Longstaff, Gomes and Elliot Anderson, the youngster, in the midfield for their three today. And up top is Almiron, Callum Wilson and Alexander Isak, the Swedish international, on fire. 4-3-3 for them tonight then. On the bench though, it is just very exciting for Newcastle. Very strong bench this afternoon. For Leicester then, this is the interesting one. Iverson keeps his place in goal. A back five includes Harry Souttar, Johnny Evans and Wout Faes as the three centre backs. Tielemans, Ndidi and Soumare are the three in midfield. And up top, Jamie Vardy and Kelechi Iheanacho, formerly of Manchester City, of course. Not as strong a bench, but they've got the likes of James Maddison in there, who's an impact player, Patson Daka, Harvey Barnes as well, so it's very interesting there for them. I was going to say about the tactical battle. For Leicester, it looks like Vardy and Iheanacho are going to play as wide as possible to really stretch Dan Burn and Kieran Trippier. That's what the build-up on Monday Night Football's been about, because centrally they'll make too easy a job for Dan Burn and Trippier to deal with support of Share and Botman. But if they just drag out a little bit and just plough into I've lost my words this evening. If they just plough into the full-backs, that's the word, then it'll cause problems. That's Dean Smith's thinking anyway, and what they think will happen on Monday Night Football. The analysts, Gary Neville, Jamie Carragher, of course. Would you take Cole back at Swansea? 100%. 100% yes. For the situation we're in, for sure. Eddie Howe, what a job he's done at Newcastle this season. Absolutely fantastic. And Dean Smith, of course, started the season with Norwich and was out of a job until only a few weeks ago when Leicester surprisingly appointed him. I don't know why Leicester got rid of Brendan Rodgers, to be honest. Of course, won the FA Cup with them 2 seasons ago. And you've got to stick with a manager through thick and thin, such as what Forest have done with Steve Cooper, of course. No one thought they would stay up this season, did they? And they have done an incredible job. Right, so it's going to be Leicester to get us started in this one then. Kicking from left to right for the start of the first half. Right, let's get this timer spot on for this one then. Here we go. Kelechi Iheanacho will get us underway for this one. And we have started. Here we go. Sit back, relax and enjoy the stream, guys. Before you do that though, before you get too comfy, drop a like and subscribe. And straight away, Newcastle on the ball. That was a shocking kick-off start from Leicester. Isak for Newcastle to the byline, goes out. And already goal kick. Isaac thinks that should have been a corner though. Not given. You get him, he's a free agent. Oh yeah, we'll definitely take Jack Cole back. Yeah, I agree, Vamos. We have just deteriorated every season. And wherever it looks like we're close to something, they always ruin it. And it's just hard to get your hopes up now. Iverson, first goal kick of the game. Down it goes. And yeah, as the commentator's saying now, how much of the ball are Leicester going to see? Because of course we know Newcastle like to dominate the ball, have a lot of possession. They're a football inside, they like to play it on the floor. But they have got their aerial threats as well. So Leicester, it's going to be very interesting to see how they get through. It's all about the run in behind and how Jamie Vardy and Kelechi Iheanacho can spread the play. Eddie Howe already making notes just 1 minute and 30 seconds into this one. Yes, I would 100% take Jay De Silva. I wanted him when we come down from the Premier League. I wanted Jay De Silva, so 100% would take him now. Still quite young. Manning going to go Southampton Russell. Yeah, that seems like it could happen, but I've seen rumours today of Leeds wanting Manning from Football League World. Don't know how reliable that is. And an offside call early on in this one against Callum Wilson. He's been incredible this season as well, hasn't he? Callum Wilson. Kieran Trippier, of course, wearing the armband for the for the Toons. He's not a fan, is he? He's a professional. Are we willing to spend 30 million on Dino? That's a lot of money for Dean Henderson. What's happening with Keylor Navas, Lurkon? Staying or going? Newcastle on the ball, edge of their own penalty area. They go backwards. Here's Cher. Back to Trippier. Pings it from left to right. Dan Burn. 6'6" left back. How often do you see that in the modern game? But he's very good with the ball at his feet, of course, from Brighton, where they picked him from. And a bit of... Well, Dan Burn, I was just saying, good with the ball at his feet, but his passing range there wasn't quite good enough. Went over Kieran Trippier's head, and Leicester here, gifted a throw-in early on the far side. They've got to be very clinical tonight. They know they won't be getting many chances. But the ones they do get, they've got to take. And if they're gifted anything, space up the pitch, absolutely anything at all, they've got to take it. In their defensive shape, a 5-3-1. Trippier down the line it goes. Almiron to the byline. First corner of the game goes to Newcastle. I want Leeds to replace Bamford with Kyogo. Ooh, not heard of him. Bamford this season has been a letdown for Leeds, hasn't he? Probably in the summer if you get an offer for him. If I was in charge of Leeds, probably would let go of Bamford. Back post for Newcastle. Leicester trying to scramble it away. And they do, but only as far as Kieran Trippier, who's on the ball now for Newcastle. To Burn, pull touch by Almiron. Leicester get it away again, up towards Jamie Vardy. Jamie Vardy here, lovely hold up play. Down the line he goes. And brilliant recovery there from Stephen Botman. Brilliant defender. I like the way Newcastle are doing their sort of rebuild. They're not changing anything completely. Sort of what Chelsea are doing. They're doing it bit by bit, time at a time. Because, of course, when you have good players around you, that can make the players that were seen as not so good before better, of course, and save a bit of money. Trippier into the box, Wilson, but Iverson claims that one very easily. Now, Obafemi's gone to Burnley, thankfully. If you're watching the game as well, let me know your thoughts as we go through the minutes. Been a very, very warm day today. Very warm indeed. Long ball from Iverson. Towards Iheanacho. Sumare. Sit down and Pope will collect that one with ease. Yeah, Jerry Yates would be absolute incredible for us, I reckon. If we don't get him, either Aaron Collins would be nice alternative. Isaac into the penalty area, away by Thomas. Here's Dan Burn, cross into the box. Leicester deal with it again. There was Harry Souttar. Yeah, Newcastle getting in behind early doors here. Got to be careful there, Leicester. I'm getting everything mixed up. It's just the heat, guys. I blame it on the heat. Hey, welcome in, Honeygun. How you, mate? Foxes come. Yeah, to the Champions Night, I reckon. Yeah. Well, they need to show a better fight, but so far Newcastle having a lot of joy in behind. Here they are on the far side, inside the Leicester penalty area now. Lovely play. Player dragged down, and referee says nothing. If we got Harry Toffler off you, I'd be very happy with that. Brendan Rodgers return. Yeah, never a foul there from on Longstaff there. If Leeds go down and Luton lose playoff final, I love Amari Bell. Amari Bell has been incredible this season for Luton, has to be said. As well as Osho. Of course Lockyer as well, but Lockyer's aging now quite a bit. The Welshman. Free kick to Leicester City, inside the Newcastle half. Sumare exaggerating a bit, and Bruno Guimaraes, first bucking of the game, yellow card for him. Oh yeah, very late tackle there from Guimaraes. Not used to seeing him make them. Yeah, that is an awful tackle from Guimaraes, didn't he? Initially, I didn't notice how bad that was. Yeah, he stamped on Samare's knee. Sign Bielik. Would love Bielik. We're just dreaming at the moment, aren't we, with all these signings? Never going to happen, are they? Yeah, really poor there from Bruno Guimaraes. Not what you expect from a player of his calibre. However, of course, everyone gets things wrong from time to time. But looked like he just got a bit frustrated, you know. Samare just receiving treatment from the Leicester medics. Yeah, really poor that from Guimaraes. They're just showing it constantly here on the highlights. Brazilian is in the buck. Early doors. And play is ready to continue. Leicester with a free kick. In it goes towards the penalty area. Headed away by Cher. Leicester pump it back in, but it's a poor ball. And they're just rushing that one there. Instead of punt it back in, why don't you just bring the ball down and look for an opening? And now they've gifted Newcastle possession once more. Inside their own half. Leicester just keeping their shape here. Tight together as a team. So when they do win the ball back, the counter-attack can have a lot of players involved. That's the thinking behind that, I reckon. Easier to break away with numbers. Here's Trippier. Really interesting to watch Bruno Guimaraes off the ball though. Just finding the little pockets of space and watching Leicester try and pick him up. which allows spaces further ahead to open up, which is really intriguing to watch. Planet Earth, welcome in, mate. How many years do you reckon Vardy's got left? Well, I don't know how old he is now. I think he's, what, 30... 34? Is he? Something like that. So, if that is the case, 3 maximum. I think if Leicester do go down, I think he'll stay with them for 1 season, maybe. Pushing his luck, I'm not too sure. No idea where Vardy's at. Could even retire after this season. Depends how empty his bank's looking. Newcastle on the attack. Into the box it goes. Wout Faes gets it away. In your opinion, guys, what's the biggest mistake Leicester have made going into the season for their massive downfall? For me, has to be Kasper Schmeichel's sale and not replacing him with a big as goalkeeper as Kasper Schmeichel. Here we go. Newcastle on the ball once more. Gomares goes backwards to Fabian Schär. 76% possession for the Magpies already in this one. Alexander Isak charging forward. Gomares, Isak loses out and Leicester get the ball away once more. We've only played 12 minutes, but the way this game is, it looks like we've played about 40 minutes in this one already. But that's just by the Leicester players' reaction as soon as the ball gets away. They're not sprinting to it, they're just holding their shape, waiting for Newcastle to come to them. Here's Isak, heavy touch, lost out, but Botman recovers. Trippier now. Longstaff pushed off the ball. Almiron. Lovely play in the triangles here for Newcastle. Wout Faes. Brilliant defending against Almiron there. Showing him the outside. Not letting him back onto his favoured left foot. Advantage to the Magpies though. Late foul there. And Vardy's on the ball here. Picked up a loose ball. Goes down and wins a free kick. Very clever from Jamie Vardy there. Used the experience really well there. Felt the contact. Go down. Has to be what Dean Smith's been telling him to do. 36. Wow. Well, I can't see him hanging around in the Premier League for too much longer. Maybe 1-2 seasons then. Next season could be his last. Even if Leicester get a point here today, it has to be a positive result. A point against Newcastle, considering how good Newcastle have been this season. I can't quite remember who Leicester have got on the final day. But a point here has to be seen as a positive result if they get one. Down the line for Newcastle towards the byline. Faes and Thomas with him, but Newcastle somehow win the corner. Very clever there from Longstaff and Almiron combining together on the far side. West Ham United at home, very winnable for Leicester in my opinion. Of course, West Ham this season, you just don't know what type of West Ham you're going to get, do you? So, for me, they can definitely win that if they get a draw here, and the Great Escape is still on. Corner for Newcastle on the far side. In it goes. Promising area. Leicester get it away. Trippier, first one to it. Lovely play. Isak, oh, can't control it. Sorry, Wilson. I am quite a distance from the TV. I don't know if you believe me or not, but that's my excuse anyway. And Iverson there, collecting the ball. Lovely pass from, I think it was Anderson, towards Wilson. Just couldn't quite control it. Ball's up in the air. Faes, what a header to be fair. Back in the possession of Newcastle though, and now Leicester City press. But it's just Too easy there for Newcastle. Straight out wide to Isaac. Castagnier loses out. Puts in a tackle, loses out again. Anderson into the box it goes, and goal kick to Leicester. Well, Newcastle, when they're on the ball, they can play as quick as they want to. Really clever player and tricky player there, Alexander Isaac. Really intriguing to watch this Newcastle side. 16 minutes played here then at St James's Park. Newcastle definitely been the better side, but Leicester have been hanging on defensively. And there's not been any clear-cut chances as of yet. Long ball for Newcastle. Leicester waiting for the whistle. No whistle was given. Wilson. Shot blocked. Leicester players still think there should have been a whistle there from the referee for a foul. Still nothing given though. Jesse Marsh of Swansea. The only reason that would happen is the American connection between the owner and the managers. And obviously Jesse Marsh if he was the manager. But his wages would be ridiculous, what he would want. So, wouldn't happen. Here's Trippier on the far side for Newcastle. Lovely play down the line. It goes to the byline. Almiron cuts back. Still Almiron. Shot over the bar and wide for Newcastle. He's a very tricky player though, isn't he? Almiron. The number 24 for Newcastle. Not a bad number indeed. Trying to curl it into the corner. But yeah, as the commentator is saying, he's just got his head down here. He's always looking for a shot. No intentions of laying it off for anyone else or anything like that. He'll bring Bob Bradley back as an assistant. Oh, no. I don't want to see Bob Bradley anywhere near Swansea in my lifetime. It was just a disaster. We'll get who's I can't think. CHO Hudson Odoi net. Callum Hudson Odoi. You've been on about him for ages, haven't you, Lurkon? He seemed like his biggest fan. Anderson goes down. Free kick to Newcastle. Hey, massive thanks to whoever just dropped a sub. Let me know in the chat who it was. If it was you. Big thank you. Hopefully you're enjoying the stream, people. Kieran Trippier now for Newcastle inside the Leicester half. Poor pass though, and indeed he's picked it up. Leicester, they can break now, but Tielemans taking his time. Long ball over the top to Iheanacho. He still has it somehow. Bit of a mix up with Dan Burn. Iheanacho goes back. Indeedy now, and Leicester now, all the way back to the defenders, just trying to hold onto the ball while they can. But a poor ball over the top there towards Iheanacho, and Newcastle have it again, and Leicester are going to have to do a lot more than that if they want to try and get something out of this one. Really poor. And now it's Newcastle on the far side. Trippier inside but cleared away. Evans is down. Foul from Longstaff there. Mad to think Leicester won the FA Cup not long ago and now might get relegated. Yeah, 2 seasons ago for the FA Cup for Leicester. 7 for the Premier League. 8 for that great escape. I still can't believe how Dean Smith has got this Leicester job. Out of everyone they could have got, every manager in the world, they go for Dean Smith. Obviously, the owners thought all it needed was a bit of fresh ideas at Leicester, try and stabilise them as a Premier League club. their Premier League status could be coming to an end very soon, and today's result will definitely impact that. Newcastle on the ball. Trippier allowed to play it across to Burn. The Newcastle fans singing, "If you love the tune, stand up." 2 shots for Newcastle so far in this one. 9 touches in the Leicester penalty area. 81% possession. For Leicester, as you can guess, nothing. And less than 20% possession. 19% possession for Leicester. But if it works, it works for Leicester this evening. Dan Burn inside. Gomara's lovely layoff to Longstaff with a long effort, and it's into the gloves of Daniel Everson. Safe hands there. Safe hands. Another new subscriber. Thank you very much, whoever that was. Massive thank you to you. Iverson smashes it downfield. Bit of a mix-up in the midfield, but Gomara's comes away with it. Now Dan Burn. Here's Alexander Isaac. If they switch the play here, Almiron's in plenty of space, and they do. Towards Trippier. Line up a shot, into the box it goes. Lovely defending there by Harry Souttar. The ex-Stoke centre-back. The Australian at 6 foot. I think it's 6'7", if I'm not mistaken. Bruno Guimaraes, he's absolutely everywhere in the midfield here, and he passes it across to Trippier. Almiron now on the far side, Trippier on the overlap. Almiron uses Trippier. Lovely ball inside, here's Guimaraes. Longstaff, left foot, blocked. Iheanacho. Poor control there from Kelechi Iheanacho. Isaac tries to get in the box twice and he wins a corner. Relentless from Newcastle. Down the left, down the right. Just whipping the balls in the box and playing them into players in the penalty area. Because, well, they're not getting much joy when they're whipping the balls in the box, because Leicester, 3 big centre-backs, Johnny Evans, Harry Souttar, and of course, Wout Faes. I'm not too sure how you say his name correctly. Yeah, Brendan Rodgers is unemployed, not at any club. No worries, Vamos. See you in a bit. So, Newcastle for the corner. On the left-hand side as you look at the penalty area. In it goes. Cleared away. But Newcastle have players there to collect. Anderson whips it in. What a ball. And it's going to stay in here for Share. Almiron, lovely pass and go. Receives it back. And Luke Thomas there, I'm pretty sure his first name's Luke, gets it away. But once again, it's straight back to Newcastle. They can't keep doing this to Leicester. Soumare there, puts a foot in. Comes away with the ball. Goes down. Great play there from Soumare. But great defending from Fabian Schär as well. Really intriguing battles all over the pitch already in this one. Let's turn this TV up a little bit more. Approaching the 25-minute mark. Leicester been a bit wasteful when they've had the ball. And it's another long ball here. Across to Castagne. Wins the header, but Vardy's not there. And now Leicester will press. As Newcastle come forwards. That midfield three for Leicester. So important that they stay connected throughout the game today, because that's that's going to either decide if they get a point here, a win, or a loss, because so far Newcastle have had to just play round, but as soon as they go in the middle and stretch Leicester's defence, I think they could be in for a field day. So very important for the Leicester midfield three to just stay as close as they can together, within reason, of course, not hugging each other. Ball at the feet of Nick Pope. Across to Kieran Trippier. Long ball forward towards Isaac. He's won it. Fantastic play there. Well read by Castagnier, and another free kick to Leicester here. And it is a yellow card. Alexander Isaac penalised there. We're approaching the 30-minute mark now in this one, and it's been interesting to watch so far. The individual battles all over the pitch. And Isaac is receiving treatment here from the Leicester medics. He's been very good this game already, very tricky on the left hand side. Cutting inside, going on the outside, very, very good player, Alexander Isaac. And he's still very young, I think he's only 20. A lot of clubs wanted his signature, but in the end it was Newcastle that got it. He does look to be in some pain here. Whether he'll continue or not, I'm unsure at the moment. But it was his tackle on Castagnier that's got himself injured here. He's just outstretched his leg, and it looks like he's just landed awkwardly. Sort of twisted it on his way down. Yes, as soon as he's done it, he's regretting it. Still receiving treatment. Anthony Gordon, of course, signed from Leicester for a lot of money. I think it was, what, 50 million for Gordon. He's warming up. St. Maximum as well is down there. Yeah, Castagnier's job's tonight to mark Isaac's going to be bad enough. Never mind if St. Maximum comes on. Very tricky players that Newcastle possess. Very good wingers though. And that's why they're in the Champions League spots this season. Playing the Champions League next season. Let me know in the chat how long until Newcastle will be competing for the title. How long? The magic tape's out for Isaac. Leicester will throw in right in the corner. Right in that corner. Far up the pitch though. Can they get it into the penalty area and cause Newcastle a bit of a problem or two? That's the big question they're going to be asking themselves here. Throw in taken. Into the box it goes. It's a really poor ball, but offside given anyway. Free kick to Newcastle. Yeah, not really being impressed by Leicester so far. Just giving up possession way too easy. Everything's been too slow or just not good enough in terms of the passing. They're rushing it. Just playing into Newcastle's hands so far. It's just Newcastle can't get past the solid structure that Leicester have got at the back. Here's Nick Pope. Share. Now Trippier. Crosses into the Leicester City half. Down the line it goes. Wilson. Into the box it goes. No one's in there. So Leicester get it away. Long shot from Anderson. Cleared away. And now Vardy. Very deep in play. Lovely 1-2 with Iheanacho. And Vardy's on his way. What a tackle from Botman though to recover. Here's Anderson. Isak's with him. Isak's on the ball now. Gamarez, edge of the box. Plays inside. And then Didi now coming away with it. Planet Earth for Newcastle, I'd normally give it another 2 years, but they have got Man City to deal with. Can't see it. Yeah, I think it'll be a long time until they are competing. You look how long it took Arsenal to get back in their groove. Very long time. So yeah, for Newcastle, I completely agree. Probably another 2 years, just to compete. That is not to win them. Here's Isak, right foot shot over the bar, and waves from the Leicester away fans, if you can hear them. Faze and Evans arguing at the back here. That's not what you want to see in your side when they're in a relegation scrap. Leicester scored 49 goals, and the commentators saying that's no one else in the bottom half of this table has scored more. So the problem obviously has been defensively for Newcastle. You can tell just by that stat. But they have had a lot of troubles with injuries this season, and in the summer I don't remember them signing a single player in the summer. Could be wrong there. I don't remember them signing anyone in January either. Yeah, really poor from Leicester. And when you're leaving out a player like James Maddison in a relegation battle, you know something's up with them. Probably not showing enough commitment to the team, not playing for the shirt. Which is really sad to see when your team's in a relegation battle and you've been with them for so many years. A lot of rumours saying that Newcastle will be in for James Maddison this summer. What do you guys think? Should the Toon pursue a deal for James Maddison? Should Leicester go down? Oh, lovely play here from Newcastle. Almiron onto the left hand side, goes down. That, I don't think that's a foul. The referee's not given anything. He was on his way down before he even touched the ball that second time. Very tricky player Almiron, but very naughty at the same time when footballers do things like that. Here's Gamarez on the ball, cuts inside. Anderson, Alexander Isak. Into the box it goes. Johnny Evans was there. Let's get it away. Proper Brexit football this. Iheanacho. Lovely play there from Vardy. Up to Iheanacho. Long ball forward towards Vardy, so that could have been Vardy back then. Vardy, really good striker, but just doesn't have as much support so far in this game like you would have been hoping for. He's having to drop deep quite a lot. He's having to, and when he's going forward, he's not a tall footballer, is he? So he's waiting for balls in behind to chase onto. Here are Newcastle on the ball. Gamarez allowed to turn in the midfield. Sprays the ball out to Trippier. Into the box it goes. Held away by Leicester once more. They've dealt with every single cross that's come into them so far today. And Castagnier. Long ball forward towards Iheanacho. Pull touch. But it's sort of worked out towards Vardy. No. But Leicester have won a throw in. And that is what Leicester would have been wanting to happen this game. That's exactly what they would have wanted. Long ball forward. After coming away with the ball from the defence. Long ball forward. Get it towards Iheanacho or Vardy. And get a shot away. There they haven't got a shot away. But they've won a throw in high up the pitch. Very promising for them. Boring half so far. Well, it depends what perspective you look at it. For Leicester, very boring for them. For Newcastle, quite good for them. For Newcastle, because they've been creating quite a lot. It's just Leicester are standing firm at the back. Why do I get random emails during random times? Like, why is the Champions League emailing me at this time of night? Oh my, come on. How many emails does one man need? Here's Kieran Trippier on the far side. Lovely play here for Newcastle. Trippier goes backwards. Botman plays it across to Burn. Kamara's once more. Just keeping the ball here. Ball inside route phase. Drops for it. And Harry Souttar's having none of it and just gets rid completely there. Dan Burn heads it back, and Newcastle once again have the ball, and Leicester just not giving any press at all when they're in their own half. Newcastle, they're just allowed to take as long as they want. It does look like Leicester are holding out for a draw in this one already, because going forward they're offering not a lot. So they think 34 points would be enough for them. Maybe try and nick a goal if it comes towards it at the end of the game. Newcastle player gone down there, and yeah, I could see what he's doing from here. Never a foul, and the referee's not buying it either. Anyway, Alexander Isak. Longstaff goes backwards. Leicester really organised at the moment, it's fair to say. Towards the back it goes, head down. Trippier, into the box it goes, away from Evans. Ah, that long shot from Cher has gone into Rosed. That's conversion. Absolutely dreadful. But when it's inviting like that coming down, it is tempting to hit it on the volley. Eddie Howe constantly making notes. Constantly making notes. Ooh, Brighton versus Man City on, I think this Thursday. Of course, Brighton in Europe next season as well as Newcastle. Two different competitions though. Brighton will be in the Europa League next season. Their place there has been confirmed. Newcastle in the Champions League. And Newcastle, who come forward now towards the end of the half year at St James's Park. Almiron. Very nice run from Almiron. Receives the ball and tackles from Wout Faes, who's been very, very good so far this game, as well as Harry Souttar and Johnny Evans. Well, all the back five, to be honest, have been Leicester's best players so far this game. Not seen too much of the midfield, but Tielemans wins the ball there. And it's just a really poor pass. And it's just given Newcastle the ball straight away. Isak. Anderson into the box, it goes, and on top of the goal. Yeah, Ndidi there, trying to pass it across to Iheanacho. It's a simple pass, but he's just messed it up and given it straight back to Newcastle. Corner kick to Newcastle now then. Left hand side it will be taken from. I got a feeling they might score from this one. And it goes from Trippier towards the back post, away. Newcastle still have it. Into the box it goes. Iverson's come for it, he's not got it. On the line, it's away. Oh wow, indeed he has saved them. On the line twice. Iverson there has dropped the ball. What's happened to my hair? Dan Burn. went for the header, missed it. Iverson collects it in his hands. He just lets go. And Wilson's hit the post from it, I'm pretty sure. Then heads it the second time, and then DD off the line. And he's not a tall player, so he's had to leap like a lemon there. Like a lemon? Like a salmon. What the hell about? I blame it on the heat once again, guys. Trippier. In it goes. All the way through. Cleared away. Tismans gets it further away. Almiron. Trippier once more. Gamares loses out there, but somehow gets it back towards Trippier now. In the centre circle. Cross that Almiron. Here's Share. Trippier once more. I'm starting to agree with Vamos now. Yeah, fairly boring half. That's the most entertaining bit of action we've had in the half. Just then. Anderson across to Gamares. Almiron now. Can he get into the box? Oh, he goes backwards. Yeah, very what am I talking about? Very boring. Shot! Hit the post! Another shot and it's over the bar from Isaac. That's twice Newcastle have hit the post. And as we say, it was a fairly boring half. Newcastle now are starting to come out of their shell a lot more. Leicester's back line starting to crumble. Who was that with a shot? I think it was Almiron. That volley hit the post. Iverson was standing still. And then Isaac over the bar from fairly close range. Now it's entertaining. for sure. Just before half time, and Leicester probably cannot wait to get in for the half time interval. It's been a solid half up until the last 2 minutes. Leicester have had 2 very good opportunities to score. Here's Dan Burn on the ball for Newcastle inside his own half. Looking to switch the play across to Trippier. He does so. Nice ball. Trippier now bursting into the Leicester City half. Goes backwards. Almiron. Gamares goes backwards once more. Just making Leicester chase the ball here. Lower their energy levels. Newcastle work it through fairly well. Gamares edge of the box looking for a shot. No, he's faked me as well. Right, Faze gets it away. The Belgium international. But they've kept it in here, Newcastle. Into the box it goes. Across and all the way through. Out for a throw in to Newcastle on the far side. They're trying to get a goal just before half time. Dan Burn. 201 passes for Newcastle to Leicester's 47. No, this is not FIFA. And it goes. What a ball from Trippier. Wilson was trying to connect with it. But Sutar just got something on it just to get it away. What a ball in from Trippier there. Sutar gets the smallest bits of contact to stop Harry Wilson having a shot on target. And it goes from Trippier all the way through. And Wilson at the back post has had a touch of it, but he's just gone straight over the bar. 3 minutes added on to the first half, people. 3 minutes. Iverson so far today has been very disappointing. He's missed that cross. He's missed... Well, he's dropped the ball from a fairly easy catch. Not his best game in the Leicester shirt so far. When it was Leicester against Everton a few weeks ago, though, he was fantastic. Dan Burn goes backwards. The Leicester goalkeeper is in a world of his own. He surely is. For sure is. God, I can't speak. What's going on? What's happened to me, people? Giving him... yeah. Him. Across to Anderson. Now Isaac. Anderson once more. To the byline he goes. Cuts back. Incredible players. 50-50 battles everywhere. But ends up once more with Share. Cross to Trippier. Can he get a ball into the box? Well, chips it over for Botman. Nice play here. Almiron. Trippier, ball into the box towards the back post. No one's there. Isaac collects. Into the box. Gamares. Switch it across. Here's Almiron once more. Goes inside. Gamares. Oh, Longstaff goes down. I think he just slipped there though. It's incredible. I think almost every Leicester player was inside their own penalty area there. And half of the Newcastle team were as well. There was no space to do anything. But somehow Leicester survive once again. How much longer can they keep surviving? There's 30 seconds left of the first half. Ndidi running away with it. He's got Iheanacho and Vardy ahead. Uses Vardy. Tries to get through. And he's frustrated with himself there. He wasn't able to get through. Leicester still yet to test Nick Pope in this one. Newcastle on the ball now. We've played the 3 minutes added on to this first half. And it is half time at the break in this one. 0-0. Fairly boring half on the whole of it though. Newcastle just been dominating the whole game. The whole half, sorry. Leicester starting to come out of their shell a little bit. 0-0 at half time. Not the game I thought it would be so far. I thought there would be at least 2 goals in it so far. But no, 0-0 at the break. Well guys, I'll leave you a bit of music for now. I'm quickly going to just refresh. Ready for the second half. Get some more water. So enjoy some nice music. Have a chat in the chat. Get your thoughts in. Ready for the second half. Right then, guys, we are back. We are back, ready for the second half. Well, what a half it was. Fairly boring, to be honest. Not a lot of action happened. But the best bits of action did come towards the end of the half. Newcastle hitting the post twice. Of course, we had the goal line clearance. And then after that, of course, we had the Almiron chance where he struck it against the post and Isaac after blasted it over. Or Isaac, however you say it. I'm not entirely sure on that one. We're going to have a look at the stats now in a second. Quickly. Also keep the microphone's working here. Right. Ignore my search for St James's Park. What are we going for? BBC Sports. There we go. Here we go. 0-0 as it stands, of course. And then we'll have a look at what it could do for the table further on. Oh, Juventus have been docked 10 points over transfer dealings. Anyway, we're going to this game. Oh wow! Look at these stats, people. 83% possession to Newcastle, 14 shots, 2 on target, 6 corners, 5 fouls. And the only thing that Leicester have to compete with them on there is the 2 fouls and the 17% possession. Oh, that is dreadful. Newcastle have hit the woodwork 24 times this season, 5 more times than any other club. Wow. That's incredible. Anyway, we're going to have a look at Leicester's next. Of course, it's West Ham, isn't it? Sorry. So we're going to have a look at the table. Of course, Man City winning the Premier League now, confirmed. Arsenal sort of bottled it, sort of didn't. I don't know. Let me know where you stand on that one. So, can Liverpool catch up to them? 66-69. Ooh, so if they lose, they can. Let's turn the TV down a second. So if Newcastle do lose today, then Liverpool can catch up to them for 69 points, but that would have to be 7-goal swing. Well, 6, because to lose, of course, Leicester would have to score at least 1. Man United, they can get 75 points. Will they overtake Newcastle? Not too sure. Maybe, potentially. Brighton, of course, Europe. And towards the bottom, Leicester as it stands, 18th, 31 points, 2 points off relegation. Not a bad result if they get a point here. Not a bad result. 8 wins this season, 7 draws, 22 defeats. There's only 3 less than what Southampton have had. Who else has got more wins than Leicester? Forest, and everyone else above them. Everton have squeezed out a lot of draws this season. That's why they're 2 points ahead. Very interesting. But look at the goals conceded. 67 goals conceded for Leicester this season. Look who's worse than that. Leeds, Southampton, joint with Forest. Bournemouth have conceded more as well. That's it. And you expect those other sides to be down there, don't you? You expect Bournemouth, Forest to be down there. You expect Leeds to be down there. You expect Southampton to be down in the bottom half of the table this season. So for Leicester to be in that position with that many goals conceded is a massive concern for them this season. Goals scored, however, 49. Yep, that's quite a lot. And as we go up the table, who else has scored more than them? Well, we look at Fulham. We look at Brentford. 49 goals. Is that as many as Villa? That is as many as Aston Villa have scored, and they're 7th. Who else has scored? Well, Manchester United have only scored 3 more. 52. Wow. That just puts it in perspective how many goals Leicester have actually scored to how many they've actually conceded. Wow. They're lucky their goal difference isn't that bad, because if they didn't have such a good attack, their goal difference could be a lot worse than this, and they'd be in serious trouble right now. The only thing that could save Leicester is the goal difference. Right, so let's have a look at who Leeds have on the final day and who Leicester have on the final day. Tottenham for Leeds. For Leicester, it's against West Ham, as we know. And for Everton, Bournemouth. Oh, wow. That's really interesting because at home, I think Everton could get something against Bournemouth, and that would seal the deal. If they get a point and Leicester beat West Ham, Leicester would survive on goal difference. Leeds, I think Leeds are gone. They got Tottenham. I could see them getting maybe at most 2-goal margin win, which is minus 25 goal difference, which isn't enough. They'd have to have Leicester to lose, of course, Everton to lose for Leeds to stay up. And I can't see Everton losing to Bournemouth, especially at home. The atmosphere they'll create there at Goodson would be something special. Yeah, I think Leicester or Everton to survive, providing Leicester get a point here. If they don't get a point here, for me they're done, because I think Everton definitely will get something, and then it's between Leeds and Everton. I'm not too confident on Leeds. I think the bottom three could stay as it is. I do agree that no one expected Arsenal to make it this far, but they have had an 8-point lead and dropped points to teams should not have. Let's see if they've bottled it or not. True. I agree with you. I do agree with you there. Because, well, in January they had a 14-point lead over the team, over Man City, sorry. And they bottled that. So in one sense they have bottled it, but in another sense, if you look at the perspective that no one expected them to be up there, it's not so bad. But if you put into perspective how many points clear they were, then it looks bad. Where's my subscriber count gone then? Where's that gone then? I'm going to have to quickly swap screens. Let's go here, back here. It should pop up any second. Might have to just give it a second, people. Never mind. The halftime show here looks interesting. I don't quite know what they're trying to do. Oh, try and get it in the top bins. Right, I see. Hey, there's the sub count. Back up it goes. Hopefully the second half's going to be a bit more interesting then, people. I hope so. The first half has been quite flat, apart from late on with those chances. I'll try and keep my energy up though. Keep the chats coming in, keep the questions coming in. What is this advert, man? What is this advert? Peter Crouch. What are you doing? The Paddy Power advert. What? What's going on? I ain't got a clue, people. Someone explain. Who on earth decided, yeah, let's make an advert, including this? No. Oh. What's the world coming to? What's the worst advert you guys have seen that's still around? For me, the Tesco one at the moment is ridiculous. I can't understand how that's their advert to promote Tesco's. A shopping trolley carrying sausages to save a man down a well. Who thought of that? Just no. Anyway, your teams are coming out for the second half at St James's Park behind me, as you can see. Just run onto the pitch now. Good view here. But yeah, that's my rant about. That's my daily rant about adverts. Over with. Leicester, they're going to need something big. Ooh, and as I say something big, James Maddison seems ready to come on for the second half. They need to go for it if they want to get the points. Maddison's coming on. Kelechi Iheanacho coming off. Didn't see that one coming. So it looks like it's going to be a 5-3-1-1. 5-3-1-1 then for Leicester. Second half about to get underway. Newcastle kicking from left to right. Here we go. Put the TV back up now. Enjoy the second half, people. Sit back, relax. Here we go. So Iheanacho off. James Maddison on. Slightly confused by that one. I would have thought if they're going for it, probably take Sumane or Ndidi off. Tielemans been quite good this game so far though. But anyway, it is what it is. Maybe Kelechi Iheanacho was feeling a bit tired half time, not too sure. But James Maddison's on now. We all know what he can do. Very talented player indeed. Leicester with a throw in early on in this one then. Inside their own half on the near side. Down the line it goes. Towards Vardy. Wins the header but no one's there to support him. Kind of a waste, and that's what we talk about. Lack of awareness, not streetwise enough. You got to check your shoulders and know who's around you. Vardy didn't there. Giving up possession way too easy. But anyway, here are Newcastle. Why did I say that so weirdly? Newcastle. Here, Kieran Trippier. Of course. Him and Pope, both formerly of Burnley, who will be in the Premier League next season with Newcastle. But will it be with Leicester City or not? Well, this game will decide a massive chunk of that and play a big part in it. Here's Almiron, right in front of the cameras. Lovely 1-2 Guimaraes. Almiron, ball through and Iverson collects with ease. Yeah, lovely from Almiron there. Give and go, 1-2. Play it off, make a run, receive it back, lovely. Iverson, down it goes for Leicester, onto this near side. Trippier collects well. Dean Smith appealing that the ball went out of play. Everyone else shakes their head, saying no, no, no. Here's Dan Burn. Alexandra Isak on the ball now. He's got Ndidi and Castagne with him. And corner kick to Newcastle now as a result of that. If you guys in the chat could choose who went down between what the other two relegation spots could be occupied by what teams, let me know in the chat. Would you choose Leeds and Leicester, Leeds and Everton, Everton and Leeds, or Leicester and Everton, if you could choose who goes down? Handball there from Tielemans, but the ref's given nothing. For me, that was clear penalty. I think it was handball. Would have been a penalty, I think. But it was in his body line, I'm pretty sure. Let's have a look on the replay. Yeah, that's not a pen. He's jumped in front of the ball, and then as he's turned, the ball's hit his arm. He's unaware of it. It's in a natural position when he's turning and jumping. Never a pen. I don't know what the Newcastle faithful wanted to happen there. But yeah, you have to appeal for it. I've just noticed what's going on with the Leicester collar. What on earth is going on there? It's a collar until about here, and then it's just normal. Like what? Who designed that? That does not look comfortable to wear. Leicester breaking away. Too much on it for Jamie Vardy to get to. Massive chance there for Leicester. I know they didn't get a shot away in the end, but to find that gap from Madison to Vardy. Oh, it could have been something special there. As it happens though, nothing from it. And Newcastle on the attack once more in this one. How many shots are going to rack up before full time? They're on 20 at half time. So another half like that, they'll have 40 shots on target. Will they have scored by full time? Lovely give and go by Almiron, and just doesn't work out in the end. Welcome in, Luca. Hope you're doing well, mate. Thank you very much for joining. What are your thoughts on the Arsenal defeat to Nottingham Forest then yesterday? I didn't actually watch the game, so if you did, let me know what went wrong for the Gunners. Isaac on the far side. Cuts in, cuts out. Shakes it all about. Leicester go backwards. Leicester, Newcastle go backwards. The heat. I'm blaming it on the heat. Makes you forget what you're going to say. Here's Anderson. Now this does remind me of Arsenal, just passing it round the box. Reminds me of Arsenal under Arsene Wenger. Just pass it around the box, look for an opening, play it through. But Leicester so far are hanging in there. They're doing well. 70 points for Newcastle at the moment. Oh, I completely forgot that Liverpool can catch them as well. So on goal difference. So a point here confirms their top 4 place for Newcastle. If they lose, Liverpool can still catch them, albeit Newcastle, I do believe, on the final day have a more favourable fixture. Here's Trippier. Heads backwards. Share to Anderson. Anderson floats one into the penalty area. Nah, I don't know who that is. I think that's Longstaff that's just gone down in the penalty area. The ball then reached him. He's just on his way down. The amount of diving in today's game is dreadful, guys. Here are Newcastle. Once again. Anderson. Head up. Botman. Switches the play across to Trippier. Almiron now. Trippier. Guimaraes. Back to Trippier. Here's Guimaraes once more. Newcastle looking for an opening here. Edge of the penalty area. Short. Blocked. Well, was it blocked? No, Longstaff there. Poor effort. Dragged it wide. Goal kick once more to Leicester. Yeah. No deflections. Poor shot there from Longstaff. We are 8 minutes into the second half then, people. Let me know your thoughts on the game so far. Planet Earth wants it as it is now. Southampton, Leeds and Leicester go down. Like Forest because of Steve Cooper. Everton has too much history. Premier League to go down. Yeah, fair comments. Fair comments. I completely agree with them. Not too much the Forest one. I don't dislike Steve Cooper, but the way he left Swansea's just left like a bad taste in my mouth about him. Don't like him. Like I don't mind him. He's just not my favourite anymore. If you get what I mean. But I don't not like him because of it. You know, I still respect the man. Done a fantastic job with Forest, keeping them up in the Premier League, getting them promoted in the first place. Leicester get it away. Thomas now to Soumane. Vardy wins the header. Madison was a lack of anticipation there. If you anticipate something's going to happen, then it doesn't happen, then you're left looking like a I don't know. I don't know what you would look like if you don't anticipate something, but yeah, not a good look, because when it does work out, you're left there flat-footed, not doing anything. So anticipation in football is very key. You've got to believe that things are going to happen. Anyway, corner kick to Newcastle. Referee pointing fingers at absolutely everyone here. He's fuming. Trippier whips it in towards the back post, cleared away. And Newcastle with another throw in on the opposite side now. Back to Botman. Here's Trippier. Inside. Guimaraes. Cleared away. And Newcastle here just taking their time. It looks like they're sort of getting fed up here because they can't find a way through. But it's important that they stick to it. Stick to the game plan. Likewise with Leicester. Stick to the game plan. Trippier, and it goes towards the back post. And out for a goal kick once more. Yeah, Leicester just hanging on here, but Newcastle are overthinking it and getting anxious too quickly. Johnny Evans here just stretching his leg out. He looks fine. I think he is just taking the sting out of the game. Yeah, Johnny Evans back on his feet now. Ready to continue. But if that doesn't explain how the game's going, I don't know what does. It's yeah, not been a great spectacle from the neutral. However, if you support one of these clubs, you probably say, well, from a Newcastle perspective, you'd be quite happy. Just disappointed you haven't scored yet. From a Leicester perspective, yes, you could be somewhat happy, probably about content. You could be content with what's gone on so far because you're hanging on in there, you're still in the game at 0-0. But you just need to get up the pitch a bit more. Feelings about Graham Potter, I really like Graham Potter. He left at the end of the season to a bigger club. Steve Cooper, the reason I dislike Steve Cooper is because he left us midway through pre-season, not long left to get a new manager in. If he was going to leave like Graham did, leave like Russell's leaving now, at the end of a season, before pre-season, to get a new manager in and get going, because Steve Cooper, we thought he was going to stay for another year, and then he just dips, and he was applying for jobs before the playoff final, which is really disappointing to see. So even if we did go up, would he have stayed? Probably not. But yeah, I really like Graham Potter. Fantastic coach. If he's given time, I don't think Chelsea should have sacked him. I think he was given more time, he would have succeeded. Newcastle, shot! What a save from Iverson. Reflexes like a cat. Yes, it was straight at him, but he had to react to make the save. Isak straight into the path of Iverson there. Brilliant save. Nice shot though. And it goes from the corner for Newcastle. Newcastle trying to get it away here. Trippier switches it across. Share now. Can they get a ball into the box? 60 minutes played in this one then. 30 to go. Can Leicester hang on to what would be a vital point in the relegation battle? Here's Yuri Tielemans, comes away with the ball. Straight forward and straight back to Newcastle. Surely that can't be the game plan. Surely you'd want to build, get the ball up, run it up, turn, and keep the ball for a little bit. Because this is too much pressure that Leicester are taking in. Way too much. They've got to have a bit of control on the ball and try and make something happen. Because at the moment, on the counter-attack, nothing's going for them. And they are going to make 2 changes here. Harvey Barnes is coming on. It's Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes is coming on after this corner though, and someone else. Corner kick to Newcastle. They're 10th for the game. Goes across the floor. Short. And Tielemans was there. Read it really well. Tielemans. Down the line once more. So worked out really well there. But it has gone out. So it hasn't worked out really well. And here's Gamarez. Share. He plays like a left winger these days. And Share's on the ball right now. Into the box it goes. Too much power on it for Wilson to control. Madsen was on his way down. Stayed on his feet though. Iverson gets it clear. Towards Vardy. It's all good for Leicester getting the ball away, but they haven't got a big striker to get the ball into and control and play up like Coventry do, for example, with Victor Gyökeres. Honestly surprised that Newcastle hasn't punished Leicester yet. Yeah, for sure. The amount of chances they've had, I don't know how many shots they've had now. Got to be about 30 almost. But it's a lot of chances. A lot of shots as well. Isaac! Into the side net, and I just seen the goal lift up there for a second. I was like, what's going on here? Let's see if we can have a look at the stats now then. Let's have a look. 84% possession, 18 shots. Swear they had more than... Oh, I thought at half time they had 20 shots. Maybe I'm wrong then. 2 substitutions. Patterson Dacker's coming on, and Harvey Barnes for Leicester City then. Who's coming off? Let's have a little look. Vardy's coming off for Barnes. Evans is off for Daka. Vardy's off for Barnes. There we go. Yeah, so I'm not too sure what shape Leicester have gone for now. Maybe a fullback. Yeah, Dean Smith is saying fullback. So it's a 4-3-3 for Leicester now. Then Daka, I'd assume, playing as the number 9. Barnes and Madison on the wing. Here we are then. Daka on the attack for Leicester. Back to Samare. First real attack for Leicester all game. Thomas. Barnes looking to get one in the box. Corner kick for Leicester. Their first of the game. Can they punish Leicester? Oh my god, honestly. Can they punish Newcastle for all the chances they have missed? The big men from the back are coming up for this corner then. It's a massive opportunity for Leicester if they can get a goal here. Harry Souttar's up. The giant he is. Wout Faes is in there as well. Yeah, Souttar's taller than Dan Burn. In it goes. Poor corner though. Didn't beat the first man. Really poor corner there from Leicester. Gamarez was there at the front post. And it's going to be a Leicester throw-in though. Thomas to take. Goes backwards. Samare. Here's Souttar. Oh, Wilson was right on him, but good skill to get it away. Diagonal ball towards Barnes. It's not quite worked out in the end. Yeah, well, it makes you question why didn't Leicester start with this shape in the first place? Of course, the game plan so far is working very well, but in a free attack, you would think Vardy surely has to be on the pitch in a attacking free. So why not start with Daka? Because he offers a lot more pace as a way out for Leicester. So a bit confusing on that one. If you were going to change it like this, I would have had Vardy and Daka swapped around. But apart from that, the energy, energy-wise now, Leicester look a different team. It looks like we just started the game. "25 minutes to play." This would be a massive point for Leicester. But now they look like they could get more than a point with these new subs on. Playing for the shirt. That's what it's all about in football. How much do you give? I'm slightly confused. I'm pretty sure I put... Yeah. Something must have happened then during the warm-up to the game, because I've put Joe Linton in the starting 11, which I've only now realised. And he's on the bench. I'm pretty sure he's on the bench anyway. So Anderson was actually starting, which I had him on the bench. I knew something wasn't right. Anyway, we'll leave it as it is. We're near the end of the game. Trippier. Gamares. Up to Botman. Moves backwards. Here's Cher. Gamares now. Ball out to Alexander Isaac. Isaac. I don't know how you say it, but I'm saying it that way. Gamares to Longstaff. Gamares and over the bar. Oh, sorry, Cher, not Gamares. I should be able to tell by the boots at this stage. And St. Maximum's ready to come on for Newcastle to cause Castagnier more problems, I assume, for Alexandra Isak. Callum Wilson's coming off. Didn't expect that. So Isak into the middle and St. Maximum out wide. This will be very interesting now. Newcastle just waited for Leicester to make their move to make theirs. Wilson had a tricky game. He's had 3 players on him all the time basically, so very tricky for a striker in this one. Here's Harvey Barnes. Down it goes. Daka with a pace. And it's a poor cross. It's gone straight into the crowd. Well, incredible pace there and willingness to run there from Patterson Daka, but the cross into the box just wasn't good. Alan Shearer in the crowd for this one tonight. 22 minutes to go. Here's Cher. Blocked by his own player there, Gamares, this long diagonal ball. And Leicester win the free kick inside their own half. How has there been no goals in this one so far? I will never know. Newcastle should at least have scored 1. But Leicester clinging on for their life. "20 minutes to go." Well, it's Iverson for this free kick for Leicester. Down it goes towards Harvey Barnes. Throw into... who's it? Throw into Leicester. Well, Newcastle, you can always tell when someone's lying. They take it really quickly. Uh, Thomas, back to FaZe. Slipped as he's kicked it. Really unlucky there from Wout FaZe. He's had such an unlucky season. I'm pretty sure he was... I think it was him that scored 2 own goals at Anfield when Leicester were 1-0 up to lose 2-1. Incredible. Anyway, St. Maximum, first impact on the game. Guimaraes, Longstaff, back to Trippier, and Newcastle just recycling the ball time after time. St. Maximum wants it, gets it, down the line to Anderson. Towards the byline. Corner kick it goes. 20 minutes to go now. The countdown is on for the end of this one. This will be a nervy end for Leicester fans because they know if they get a point, it's definitely doable, their survival. If they get a win, it's in their own hands going into the final day to survive. Oh, it hit the post from the corner and it's hit the back post. I was not expecting that. Incredible. It went all the way through and almost went in. What a corner. Very close on top of the keeper. Towards the back post and it hit the post. So that's 25 times this season Newcastle have hit the post. 3 times in this game. Incredible stuff here. Let's have a look. Oh, Wout Fowles. It was. It would have been an own goal. St. Maximum into the penalty area. Pulled a shot. Isaac and Anderson got in each other's way. They both wanted it there. But here's Trippier. Almiron. Corner kick once more to Newcastle. Piling on the pressure here. Here's Bruno. Across to St. Maximum. Once more to the byline it goes. Cuts back. Shot from Anderson. Well over the bar. And that just sums up Newcastle tonight. They're getting the opportunities. They're getting in the places. It's not quite working. It was Bruno Guimaraes at the back post that hit the post, sorry. He was right in front of the post there. The ball's here, coming in. Bruno Guimaraes just needs to nod it in. And he just slightly does it. Because he's scared he's going to hit his head on the post. If you hit your head in the post, but get your side 1-0 up, it's worth it. $17 to go. Newcastle still not scored somehow. Leicester defending for their absolute lives. And they could even nick something in this one. Here's Cher. He loves to come forward, the Newcastle centre-back. Fabian Cher. Longstaff for the throw-in. Here's Almiron. Can see another few substitutions happening for Newcastle in the closer moments. But of course we've still got just over 15 minutes to play in this one. Yeah, now the commentators sort of talk about it. It's just typical really, isn't it? It's like they're listening to the stream. Oh, Elliot Anderson's first Premier League start for Newcastle. Here's St. Maximum. Cuts inside from the left. Causing Leicester no danger though. It's midway through the Leicester half. Trippier into the box it goes. Wout Faes gets it away. Here's Almiron. Flicked forward. Faes gets it away. Mahrez once more. I need to have a look at the stats again because these are crazy. I need to refresh it. St. Maximin on the far side. Edge of the box now. Will he have a shot? Mahrez. They've had 20 shots this game. 20 shots. Incredible from Newcastle. The fact they haven't scored yet in this one. St. Maximin once more. Cuts inside from the left. Mahrez. Out to Burn. Anderson now. Just playing their triangles. Trippier now. Can he get a ball into the box? He does. Shot. What a save from Iverson. Straight at him once more. But fantastic save. He has to be there to make it. Wow. Poor shot really, but had plenty of power on it. Iverson just right place, right time. Trippier into the penalty area it goes. And over the bar and the rebound from Almiron. 14 minutes to go in this one then, guys. Probably about 10 added minutes. You know what the Premier League's like. Oh, Castagna, yeah. Poor head away. And Almiron's just caught it way too late. Catches it underneath the ball. And it's just skyrocketed over for another conversion. Unfortunately for him, we're not playing rugby. Jacob Murphy ready to come on here for Newcastle. They replace number 32, Longstaff. Anderson. My apologies. Elliot Anderson's off. Jacob Murphy's on. The Englishman. On for the Scotsman. Can he be the difference maker here for Newcastle to get them over the line here? Or will Leicester hang on for a vital point in the relegation battle? I don't think my prediction's going to happen. 3-1. We'd have to see a lot of goals. Newcastle now on the ball. Maximum. Cuts inside. Like a CDM here. Then we'll drift back out wide. Second half has been even worse than the first. I can't lie, people. Free kick against Longstaff there. Is that for simulation or is that for a foul on the Leicester defender? Indeedy. I'm not too sure there, but free kick to Leicester anyway, inside your own half. And these Newcastle fans aren't happy. Standing up, shouting at the ref. He's not going to hear you, lads. He's not going to hear you. I would have predicted a 3-0 for Newcastle, but it seems like Newcastle is having an off day. For sure, for sure. And for me, you know, Leicester have defended well, but it hasn't been anything special. You know, they've put their bodies on the line for 2 goal line clearances. That's about it. Iverson's not been great. He's popped up when you need him. He's made the saves that he's needed to, but overall he's got away with some as well. Some mistakes. So Newcastle, they're definitely going to have a few more chances. Leicester just need one chance and just defend. That's all they need. Whether it will happen or not, I'm not too sure. Iverson collects the ball then inside his penalty area. Can he get his Leicester teammates up the pitch now? for a chance to get a goal in this one then. It's Newcastle on the ball now. Through the midfield. Down the line it goes to Isaac. He's with FaZe. Isaac towards the corner. Thomas gets it away and it's going to be a goal kick. Commentators are thinking that Leicester have to go for it now to make it to make sure it's in their own hands on the final day. For me, I understand where the commentator's coming from. Of course you want it to be in your own hands, but it's Newcastle. If you go all out now, they're conceding for 100% for me if they commit any more forward. When they went to a fullback, I thought that was risky. No shot on target for Leicester all game. That is incredible. Thomas for the throw in then for Leicester. Down the line it goes. Daka on the ball. Botman misread it, but Trippier's read that one really well. Daka brings the Newcastle centre back down and it's going to be a free kick to Newcastle. 9 minutes of the 90 to play. Newcastle just passing it round here, taking their time. Is there another twist to the tail in this one? Or will it end as it started? Well, the Leicester players on the pitch seem quite happy just to give up for a 0-0 here. Castagnier to get it away, does so. Towards Daka. Very quick player, very quick, so he's a menace for the defenders of Newcastle. But Newcastle win the ball back now. Guimaraes plays it across to Jacob Murphy here on the right hand side. Looks like Almiron's dropped into a more central role here. Murphy just standing still waiting for a movement ahead of him. He's got Isaac. Guimaraes, pass was slightly behind him, recovers well though. Newcastle still in the ascendancy. And Thomas just puts it behind for a corner for Newcastle. Wasn't sure what was behind them. Did the safe option. Yeah, it was a cheap set piece to give away, but it's, you know, you got to do what you got to do. Could have been someone behind them. There's no communication from his teammates, and he can't take his eye off the ball. Too risky. Massive chance here for Newcastle from the corner. It's an in-swinger. And it goes away. And throw in to... Is that a Leicester throw in? I swear it come off a Newcastle player. Nope, Newcastle throw in. Trippier goes backwards. Here's Almiron. Plays it back across to the far side. St. Maximum now. Goes backwards. Trippier on the playing as a left back here. Almiron once more. Murphy's on the overlap. Almiron's gone down, never a foul once more. So many dives in this game. So many dives. Ball goes down. Newcastle get it away. As they play forward with it. They've switched the play here. Castagnier gets it away. And now Leicester can break on the counter-attack. This will be an incredible moment to score. Maddison holds the ball up at the centre circle. Now skips away on the right hand side. Here's Ndidi. Tielemans goes backwards. Leicester now just holding the ball. Can they get a breakaway? Come on, Newcastle, says Charlie. He doesn't, of course, Leeds fan doesn't want Leicester getting a point to keep their hopes alive. Sumane into Tielemans. Leicester just holding on to the ball here, playing for the point it seems. Or are they? Can they get a late chance? They haven't had a shot on goal all game. Newcastle have had about 20 shots, about 12 on target for estimate. 86 minutes, Leicester just frustrating Newcastle here, just passing the ball around inside their own half, not making any progress with it at all. 5 minutes at the 90 to go. Can they hang on here? It's just FaZe and Sutar playing their own game here. Sutar goes forward. Barnes done really well there against Trippier. Harvey Barnes goes backwards to Thomas. Players arriving in the middle. Sumane. They've made a lot of progress here. Newcastle. Leicester. A goal here would be incredible. Sumane goes backwards once more. Leicester are boring. They're doing what they got to do. Leicester wants on the ball once more. Tielemans. Surely Leicester can't nick a goal here and steal the 3 points. Or can they? Thomas, Barnes, Sumane. Lovely bit of movement here by the Leicester players. They've broken away towards Barnes. What a tackle from Share there to intercept, and Newcastle back on the ball. They're giving away cheaply. Daka into the box away. Samare's in there, battling in the midfield. Leicester go forward. Poor pass. Poor pass there. Dean Smith is fuming. Dean Smith is fuming. That was a big chance for them. What was the best spell of the game? It's the only spell they've had in the Newcastle half-full game. Anthony Gordon's coming on for Miguel Almiron to try and get Newcastle the win in this one. Almiron hit the post in this one. Very tricky player on the right hand side. Very good player today as well. Well then, will there be late excitement in this one? We had late excitement at the end of the first half with Newcastle hitting the post twice. Can it be Leicester's time now? Indeed, he's staying down for Leicester. Mendy's coming on. Do you expect a goal? No, but I want one, because otherwise this stream's been fairly boring. It's been a fairly boring game of football, if I'm being honest. You know, we've had the odd couple of chances, but I don't expect the goal to go in. I think it will end 0-0. Mendy's coming on then to replace Wilfred Ndidi. 2 minutes to play of the 90, and then what we're thinking about 5 added minutes. I don't think it should be any more than 5. Maybe even 4 minutes added on. Certainly shouldn't be longer than 5. 4 or 5 minutes for me. Longest. You know, realistically we're talking about 3. But maximum, because we know they like to chuck on a load of time, 4 or 5. Here are Newcastle on the ball. Alan St. Maximum plays a nice 1-2 with Dan Burn. Newcastle's turn to keep the ball here. Indeed he is. Oh wow. Charlie's a funny guy. I'm just too tired for it. Newcastle giving the ball away poorly there, and it's a free kick to Leicester. Harvey Barnes was on it like a whippet. Well, 20 seconds away from the 90 being complete. You predict 6 added minutes. If there's 6, ridiculous. Iverson's going to take this free kick for Leicester, very far up in the Leicester own half though. It's almost a halfway line here. Down it goes. Leicester going backwards though. I don't know why. They need to go forward if they want to get something here. Continue to go back all the way to Iverson. Isaac chasing the ball down. 5 added minutes to the end of the second half. In the last 5 minutes, Leicester City 80% possession. The last 5 minutes. What a turnaround. And Leicester with a throw-in high up the pitch here. They're looking to take it quickly. They do. Here's James Maddison. Goes down. Another throw-in to Leicester on the far side. If they can get something here in this game, it'll be a Dean Smith tactical masterclass. Changing from a 5 back to a 4 at exactly the right time. Approaching the game in I didn't think was the correct manner. He obviously did. Referees having a chat with Tielemans and Longstaff. This will waste a bit of time. This is anticlimactic. Here we go then. Leicester City free kick on the far side. The Newcastle line is edge of the D. Leicester have to win. Everton must lose. Yeah, on the final day for... Yeah. Ball goes short. Can they get a ball into the penalty area? Maddison. Why are they laying it off? Get it in the box. Maddison. And it goes. Oh wait! Shot! Oh, have they not scored? How have they not scored? Nick Pope. That's the first save he's had to make all game. Maddison puts it into the penalty area. Castagne with the shot. And the man to react is... Who's that? Sutar is the man to react. Just not in time. Wow, that was so close. And Newcastle now for a corner to defend. Sorry, a long throw. It looked like it went out for a corner. Never mind though. Sumane goes backwards. Can Newcastle cling on? Well, Leicester going to steal this one. Into penalty area it goes. Dan Burns smashes it away. Who Leicester got on Sunday is West Ham for Leicester. Pope collects. 2 minutes to go. Tripped up his own teammate there. I think it was Trippier on the way. Manson is playing. He didn't start. He started on the bench. What a save from Nick Pope in this one though. Charlie's not feeling confident for Leeds. Now Newcastle just passing it around the back. And Newcastle still, their Champions League place will not be confirmed, I don't think. I'm not entirely sure. On that we'll have to check after. I've got chili con carne waiting for me after as well, which I cannot wait for. Newcastle win the free kick inside their own half. Well, that was the one chance Leicester would have. They had it and they wasted it. But what a save from Nick Pope. Reactions to get down low straight away. You know, it's point blank range. He's had the free kick from, the shot from. Sorry, God, I'm ready for bed. The worst weekend in Premier League history, says Charlie. We've got 40 seconds to play. Oh, sorry, 30 seconds to play here. Can Newcastle break Leicester's hearts? Or will it be Leicester breaking the Toonami's hearts here? Gamares goes down long. Anthony gets his first touch of the game on his head and straight through to Iverson, who's going to hang on to this now. Daniel Iverson telling his players to get forward. Iverson, oh, that's really poor. It's worked out, is it? No. Get Pope up. Yeah, Daniel Iverson, shocking goal kick as the keeper's saying, but Alexander Isak is putting him off. Straight out of play. Didn't even cross the halfway line. I don't know why they're taking the throw in from there. Anyway, though, we've played the additional 5. And that is it. The final whistle. Newcastle have got Champions League football. It's confirmed. Otherwise, they won't be celebrating like this. Newcastle, Champions League football confirmed. Leicester, what a massive point that is for them. Well, I didn't realise that it would have been secured tonight then. I thought they had to win to secure it. But they will be in the Champions League next season. Confirmed by these guys' reactions. Yeah, Newcastle, what a season. They have been incredible. Let's turn the volume down before we get copyrighted. Incredible from Newcastle there. Anyway, for Leicester, massive point for them going into the final day. It's going to be very interesting. Of course, they needed the 3 points. Castagnier were the only shot on target, the only shot for Leicester all game. Straight to Nick Pope. So it's Newcastle in the Champions League then for next season. I'm off now to enjoy my chili con carne, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed the stream. If you have, please drop a like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one very soon. Until next time, guys, take care. I'm not too sure when the next live stream will be. I think it will be Saturday for the playoff final, Sunday for the final day of the Premier League, and there's the League 2 playoff final then. And then Monday, next Monday, is of course the League 1 playoff final. So we'll see what happens, guys. Stay tuned on the community tab to know what's going on. Stay tuned on the Twitter as well for updates there. So who have we got then still in here? Planet Earth, massive thanks for your support tonight, really appreciate it. As well as Luca and Charlie Brown, who are still in here. Thanks to everyone who has joined tonight, really does mean a lot. Leicester up to 18th, 31 points. If they win against West Ham on the final day and Everton fail to win, Leicester are staying up. Depending on the Leeds result as well, because if they get an incredible goal difference swing, they could stay up. However, it's very unlikely against Tottenham. So Newcastle secure Champions League football then in a 0-0 draw. Fairly boring game, guys, but thank you for joining me on this Monday night for the action. I'll see you in the next one very soon, guys. Take care.